Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Aiden, and everybody else watching in chat. Thank you very much for coming joining the stream so early on a Sunday morning. It's definitely not going to be easy this Sunday morning because we've got the last 5 games of the AJAX career mode to get through today. So it's going to be saying goodbye to AJAX in this one as well. Good morning, Jamie. So it's going to be a strange morning because we've rattled through this AJAX career mode and we've been able to do it in 6 episodes once we finish it. So we'll be finishing it off today, and I'm just checking. I should have done this off stream really so I could have had a chat, but I couldn't be bothered. So FIFA 19's release date is the 28th of September. I know that I'm in 2 weeks time I'm going to be on holiday again at AJAX, so we'll have another 2 sets. We'll have 4 weekends, basically 4 streams left before FIFA 18 comes to this channel, really. So we've got the next weekend, and we've got the weekend after the 15th, 16th. I am in Birmingham on the 22nd and 23rd for AJAX, and then it's the 28th when it gets released, which still possibly have the early access stage through what's it called, through EA Access, probably the week before leading up to it. So it's probably going to be while I am down in Eurogamer that the early access becomes available for this game, so I'm not going to get a chance to use it straight away. But that being said, so we will have we'll have 2 weekends, 4 streams after this, when we can do something a little bit different and we can change things up and we can have a little bit of relax. Maybe we play some different games. Maybe on those 4 weekends we do a campaign. We pick a game and we just play through a game and just chat. Or maybe we do, or maybe you'd prefer me to just do a FIFA career mode for the next 4 weeks. Well, next 4 streams, sorry. But anyway, talking about this stream, we're going into the first game of this one. We're going to be playing all 5 of these games to finish off. No simming, all play, just to basically finish off the season and get it sorted. So we're going to be playing all 5. Well, Barcelona up next, so they're going to be a tough task, which everyone knows. Bayern Munich look like they've got the title pretty much wrapped up. They're 5 points clear with 5 games remaining, so they're relying on other people to drop points. We could help them out here by beating Barcelona, their nearest rivals, for them, and then straight after that we do have Bayern Munich. So yeah, what team are we going to start with? Anyone on the bench we had to rotate out? Neres, yeah, Neres can come back into the mix for eating, but we'll stick with the same starting lineup as what we've got here. Did all you guys have a good Saturday? You got anything decent planned for this afternoon? Got any good plans for the rest of the weekend? I'm assuming you're all not looking forward to going back to school next week. I'm going to make them. That is an awful kit. I'm going to make them play the blue kit. I don't know what colour that other kit was, but it wasn't quite big and he wasn't quite red. It was just a bit. Come on, loading screen. Not like Rugby League or Rugby Union, and no, not really. If I had to pick one over the other, it was Union. I'd always pick Union over League. I kind of feel like I understand the rules a little bit better, rather than where in League you have to basically tackle them to the ground and then they stand up. It's like, okay, you let him go and then they stand up. Whereas at least Union, it's kind of like all on. I kind of get the idea that it's all on. Good morning, Tanya. Sorry, Harry. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Tom. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had a good Saturday. Hope you're gonna have a good Sunday. Starting it off in the right place, right here. And against Barcelona, this is going to be tough. So, with Rugby League and Rugby Union, BFG, I mainly just watch the England games. I like watching this. I like watching the Six Nations. Do like watching the Six Nations. I think that's quite entertaining to watch. Oh, Ziyech gets a bit of space, slides it through. Dolberg. Oh, Van der Beek's in. Sorry, not Dolberg. I was just assuming that with the blonde hair there, it was going to be Dolberg. Good morning, Connor. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a good day. Having a good day. Hope you had a good Sunday. No, Tom, I can feel you there. But no, Vale didn't lose. We got robbed by the referee, who was flipping awful. And to be perfectly honest, I will get this out there now early. I am not talking about the Vale much today because I am still so angry at the referee for yesterday. So it's nothing to do. It's like, and the amount of crap that Aspin's got under from that is brilliant. But it's like the amount of crap Aspin's got from that is unbelievable. Not it's brilliant. It's unbelievable how much crap he got for that. But it wasn't his fault at all. What? It was a couple of individual mistakes, which happens at League 2 because they're not perfect. They're not, you know, if they were perfect, they'd be playing for Premier League teams. You know, so mistakes happen. Yes, they've got to be cut out for us to get a bit higher up the league. But the main reason why we lost that game yesterday was because of the flipping referee. I'm just glad I got my head on the side of my radiator. Okay, Connor, what? Are you that cold? Or is he just comfy there? Okay, Embolo, that was never going to be a pass forward because I didn't need that. Now it's BFG. Let's face it, it's wet. It could be worse. You don't need a new manager. You do not need a new manager. You've had however many managers in the first 6 years. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, why is Dolberg not doing what I want him to do? I went back on. Oh, that's not very clever. Did you forget your radiator was there? Well, I'm lucky my bed's in like the middle of the room, so there's no chance of me hitting the radiator unless I roll off the wrong side of the bed to get to it. Get in! Get in. Did I see the Alisson fair? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And I haven't watched Match of the Day yet. I had plans with the fiance last night, so I didn't watch Match of the Day. I've got it recorded to watch after the stream, so I'm gonna watch it later. But I've heard it's Karius-esque. Do I think FIFA 19 is going to be better than FIFA 18? Not a clue. And I will wait and see how the gameplay plays, because. And how it gets used to it, because this felt alright to start off with. The passing seemed to lack, but the more I got into the game, the more little bullshit crept in. And I'm sorry for swearing, but yeah, he did. You know, and that's the thing that I hope happens less. It's going to be a video game. Over the year, BS will happen in video games. Oh, I am actually proud of myself there. I am really proud of myself there, because that was a great flowing attacking move. That was a really good move. And capped it off with a Dolberg header. So yeah, I've pre-ordered FIFA 19. I've pre-ordered the standard edition because it seems like all the extra stuff that comes with the other editions are just to do with Ultimate Team. And I don't play Ultimate Team. So, you know, that's it. That's what I don't get.
That pass never looked like reaching its target, and they're away with the ball.
The refs are horrible. Yeah, I was going to say, in this, are we talking in this game, Matt, or are we talking, or are we going back to real life now?
Here they are on the attack. Looking for teammates in the middle. Only partial save by
IRL. Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. Well, this Clive's injured. But I mean, I said I wasn't going to talk about Vale much, but this will be the last thing on it. 3 out of the last 4 games after the match, like in the week after the match, Vale have had letters from the FA apologising for the referee. 3 out of the last 4 games. And there's been at least a penalty shout in each of those games for Vale. And I think we're going to get another. Because there was an incident yesterday. Oh, defender's gone up and his hands are up here. His hands are up here. And Tom Pope has headed it from behind the guy. The guy's turned around and put his hand up. He's hit his hand. No penalty. And I'm like, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, that's never a reference. Before they get another manager, BFG, to be perfectly honest, I don't know, and I don't think they should look for a new manager. I think they should at least give him a little bit of time. That's the problem today. There's a problem today with everything that's going on in the world, in the Premier League and everything. You've got to win now. You've got to win now. No managers are given the chance now. If you don't win your first 16 games on the trot, you're sacked. I know that's an exaggeration, but that's exactly what it feels like. Oh, what an effort! Which team should you play for career mode? Are you, what kind of career mode are you looking for, Harry? Are you looking for something fun to do, or are you just looking to just beat everybody now? Well, because you'll say that, I mean, no, I was going to say not, I'm going to say not all referees are like that, but it seems the lower league refs are awful. Some of the Premier League refs, don't get me wrong, are bad. Oh, that's a good goal from Messi. Couldn't keep him tied down for the entire game. Something that's fun to do. I'm trying to think. Get yourself manager in Middlesbrough. Get him to the Premier League. You'll have a decent set of players there, and you should have a good enough time. You shouldn't like necessarily just be beating everybody straight away, but you should have enough in there to. Free kick? No. A tackle on the cross? No. Free kick? No. Okay. Ah, too close to Stegen. Yeah, get yourself down to Middlesbrough. Get yourself into the Premier League. No, I'm not going to say he's a good ref. To be perfectly honest, the only amazing ref is Pierluigi Collina. That is the only amazing ref. No one else, in my eyes, no one else comes close to Pierluigi Collina. He was just that damn good. And for some of you will never have seen him referee. The amount of the one thing that I always find with referees, if you going back to a BFG mentioned about rugby earlier on, You go and look at a rugby league referee. They command so much respect from the players. That is what a football referee should do. They should command respect, and everyone should respect his decision on and off the field. And in football, they don't. They really don't. Oh, player career mode. Oh, sorry. I thought you said manager career mode. Sorry. Well, to be perfectly honest, what rating do player career mode start off at? What? You start off as a low rating, don't you? If you want something interesting, then put yourself on, like I say, a Manchester United, a Chelsea, a Man City, something like that, and then then get loaned out, and then just see where you go. Just have fun that way. Just see where you go. You might end up in a really poor team in Norway, or somewhere like that. But you might end up in a League Two side that you enjoy playing for.
Very encouraging. AJAX carrying the ball forward. Coutinho.
So just it's the unknown. So do that.
Promising build-up until that challenge. Ziyech. And here's a chance to get at the opposition.
Neres works the space well. Back post. Oh, no, not back post. Was never really close to the back post. I'll take off Shona. Bring on Martinez for Dolly Dolberg. And that's the 3 subs because we had to take off Clivert early on in the game. Alright, we'll let them have the ball there. Can't beat us in their own half. They can try and do all the passing they want, but come on. Then when you get into our side of the pitch, that's when I'll go close you down. Yeah, cool. So, guys, anyone else got any other plans for this weekend, or are you just chilling, watching a bit of football? For me, it's I'll have the football on one screen, and I'll have the Formula 1 on the other this afternoon. I'm gonna keep a close eye on the Rangers Celtic game because I think that could be interesting with Gerrard being manager. Well done, Van de Beek.
It's a terrific effort by the home side here. They've just kept their noses in front. They're going to need all the support
against Titi. Drop down. Oh, couldn't quite get it. In real life at the minute, no one. I wouldn't exactly say I like any ref at the minute. There's some of them that, obviously, I can't remember the names. That's the worst thing. Is that I can't. That to me means that they're not that good of a referee. If I can't remember the names, then for me, if I remember a referee's name, either they were really good or they were shocking. You know, it's the double-edged sword. It's probably better if I don't know a referee's name. Obviously, when I forget his name now. I forgot what his name is. Howard Webb. Howard Webb always used to be a decent, what do you call it? A decent referee. Howard Webb used to be. So did what's his name? Mark. Is it Mark? I was about to say Mark Cavendish, but he's the cycler. Clattenburg. Yeah, Clattenburg was a good ref. I like Clattenburg more for the fact that he didn't really give it. the more that he kind of seemed to be angry with the players a lot, and he kind of used to get a bit of respect from the players that way. That's what I kind of felt like. Not Cavendish, Clattenburg, yeah. Clattenburg used to get a bit of a respect from the players, and he also didn't give a damn when he went off the pitch. He was like a rocker at heart and that, and he's kind of, and he would live his life a little bit. And I kind of like that kind of personality, because you don't usually see that from referees. You expect them to be like policemen. You expect them to just go off and you're not supposed to hear about them afterwards. Which Premier League manager do I rate highly? Obviously Pep. Oh, and if you didn't catch that, we've lost Clive for 7 months, which, seeing as we're only playing 4 more games, doesn't really matter too much. I don't know, we got Dillit back. Yeah, we have, he's there. Yeah, but anyway, so Pep obviously for hire. I rate Pep quite highly. I like Chris Hughton. Chris Hughton does a good job. I liked him when he was Newcastle manager. He does a very good job of taking an average-ish team and then slowly building little pieces to make them a decent team. He will never be able to take he'll never be able to take over a top team and turn them around, because he has his limitations. He definitely has his limitations, and I cannot speak highly enough about Sean Dyche. I cannot. Dyche is one of those managers that I would just like to see him just succeed. I would like to see him just get recognised as one of the world's best managers. He won't. I know he won't. But I would like it if he did. And Eddie Howe is a good manager. Again, he's a good manager. I think he had his peak years getting Bournemouth back into the Premier League. He's kind of floundering a little bit now. Maybe he needs a new challenge. He's doing okay with Bournemouth. Not saying that he should get sacked from Bournemouth. I'm just saying for him to like get back to... I don't think he's quite at the level he was. This is what I'd say Eddie Howe was when he got Bournemouth back into the Premier League. And I'd say now he's kind of slipped a bit. He's kind of slipped a little bit. So perhaps he needs a new task to try and take him to that and then go above it. Whereas Sean Dyche is obviously right up there. Even though you don't support him, mind if we have a chit chat about West Ham and what they need to improve? I have not a clue, BFG, what West Ham need to improve, because I don't watch the games. So I could only go on results and what I see on pieces of paper and what other people say. So for me to comment on what West Ham need to improve, the only thing that I can say right now is they have got a very good manager with a very good team that is obviously taking time to gel. That's just basic knowledge that I've got. That's all I can really say on the matter. I don't really know if it's attitude problem or anything, but it looks like from an outsider's point of view, and not looking at anything else, that all they need is a little bit of time. Yes, they train however many days a week, but how many games have they had together? And that kind of thing. That's what I'll say. It's like Vale have had 7. You've had 6 league games, and the team is starting to gel. But there's gaps. There's still gaps of misunderstanding between the entire team. So that's where some poor performances are coming from. And referee gets in the way again. Could Eddie Howe? No. Eddie Howe, Sean Dyche, Chris Hughton, the three managers I mentioned there. None of them could manage the top. At this moment in time, I don't think any of them could manage the top 6, like prestigious clubs. At this moment in time. At the minute, they're all overachieving with smaller budget teams and less pressure. Because if you have a less pressure team, like a Burnley or a Brighton or a Bournemouth, you're not expected to win. every single game. You're expected to win half your games. You're supposed to. Your fans want you to win majority of your home games because that's obviously where most of your fans are, and you're supposed to possibly upset one of the top 6 teams, one of the top 4 teams once a season. That's That's all that's expected of you. Whereas with Man United, you've not only got to win. Let's just take Man United for an example. Good morning, exchange. For Man United, you've got to not only win, you have got to play the United way, which changes from fan to fan. You've also got to meet all the sponsorship requirements that they will have, all the media entitlements that come with a club like United. And me talking is obviously affecting my FIFA, but it's fine. Bayern are going to win the league anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Would have been nice to upset them. All the media objectives, all the sponsors, the pressure of winning in Europe, and also being able to manage players of world class and of the top tier in football, and being able to inspire them, challenge them, and try and bring out the best in them. Now, unfortunately, as David Moyes found out to his detriment, being a good man manager of sorts, and being able to take an Everton team above it and trying to build your own dynasty with Everton, doesn't necessarily mean that players are going to respect you. Because all like some of the World Championship players, if they've got any egos or anything like that, they will just turn around to Manchester and say, well, what have you won in your career? I've won more than you, so why should I listen to you? I obviously know more because I'm better than you. You know, that kind of thing. That's why sometimes, that's why players like Gerrard and Lampard will instantly command the respect of a team like a Championship team or a Rangers team because of their pedigree within their playing career. And fair enough, they've just finished. But obviously Champions League medals, Premier League medals in Lampard's case. They all have that pedigree that those players don't have. But when you go to Manchester United and you look at Pogba, let's just take Pogba for an example. You say Paul Pogba, he's got a World Cup winners medal on his badge now. Fair enough, there's not a lot of players in the world that can say they've got a World Cup winners medal, but Pogba can. So you go in there as Sean Dyche, who's managed Burnley, and the greatest achievement for Burnley is that they've. I mean, again, I'm not shitting on Burnley here. I'm just saying what Burnley have achieved in the last couple of years. But it's like all Sean Dyche has done is took Burnley to the Europa League and got knocked out in the qualifying rounds. So Paul Pogba, as a footballer, could turn around and say, well, what do you know about football? What do you know about playing at the top level of football in the world? Not much. Other than Sean Dyche's tactical nous and his, I think personally, great ability to just talk his way into and out of situations is brilliant. But what can he teach those kind of players? And that is this kind of stumbling block that teams like that Eddie Howe and Chris Hughton, Sean Dyche, Ian Holloway, to that extent, are definitely up against it. You know, and that's why I think sometimes when people, it's like when all the thing about Eddie Howe to Arsenal when Arsene Wenger got managed, I hoped that Eddie Howe wouldn't get it because it would ruin him. It would ruin him. I think Eddie Howe is a future England manager. I think Eddie Howe is a future England manager, and I do not want him to go to Arsenal because it would ruin him. BFG, I've already mentioned it, so you'd have to go back on the recording for that, mate. I've already said what it could be. I'm not from Holland. No, Dongo, sorry. I am not from Holland. I am from England. Taliso. Bloody hell. Oh, couldn't quite get it. That should have gone over the top. Should have done over the top through ball. But that again, like with everything I say on this channel, it's my opinion. My opinion might suck to you, and if that does, then fine. That is fine. We're all allowed opinions. The way that someone always said to me, opinions are like bumholes. Everybody has one, and most of them stink. It's the best way I can say it, and that's the best way to get around difference of opinions. You're not going to agree with everyone's opinion, and what you say is not going to be liked by everybody. And the kind of in life, the sooner you kind of come to terms with that yourself, the more at ease you will be with humanity. Because there are a lot of, especially with the internet, with the internet being as poisonous and as toxic as it is recently, it's probably better to understand that sometimes having no opinion and not answering it and keeping quiet is probably the best answer right now, because at least then you know that your opinion sounds right to you. Oh, Martinez gets into the area. Good save by Neuer. Can we get the rebound? No, we can't. Nice turn, Bolo. Try and cut it back. De Jong. Good save by Neuer. Martinez, we've got the equaliser. Get him. No, that's fine. I have answered it. And the summary of the answer is, I don't know. I don't watch West Ham enough. Basically, he needs more time to gel. The squad does. I've got not a clue on what West Ham need to improve. And to be perfectly honest with you, all I care about is Vale this season. Vale and whoever we choose to do for a career mode. I'm enjoying watching the Premier League and not having an opinion on who I want to win and who I like. I'm enjoying the Premier League for the past couple of years. Including the season Leicester won the league. That season, I started to fall back in love with just watching the Premier League as a spectator and not having really any vested interest in any team in the Premier League. Because it's just fun. The amount of shocks that happen, the surprises, seeing big teams do badly, and the emergence of some young managers, young teams coming through, doing well in a league that they really shouldn't be doing well in, is brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. You don't get that kind of stuff in content. Again, my opinion, I don't believe you get that kind of diversity in the different leagues. I mean, there are easily in this league 6 teams that could win the league. But there's only going to be one team that does win it, and that's going to be Man City. But there are 6 teams that could win it. Oh, Davies shanks it. Starting with Barca. Nice choice. Nice choice. I think there are easily 6 teams in this Premier League that could go on to win the league. Which I don't think there's many leagues that you can say that. It's like you look at Spain, and obviously Ronaldo-less Madrid. How are they going to do? We'll see if they can stay for the long haul. I believe they'll still finish second. Worst, they'll finish as third, obviously. But that is great play, and we've took the lead against Bayern. Lautaro Martinez with his 2nd goal of the game. A little bit sweaty, but I'll take it. And we're beating Bayern 2-0. 2-1, sorry, not 2-0. I'm taking him ball off now because he looks tired. And yeah, that'll do for now. So this little top section, if we just took the Championship group, if we just took the league tables from that, we would be close to the top because we would be winning both games. Why couldn't I have played all the games in the career mode? We might have won the league then. And there goes my answer. It's not all about just winning. It's about enjoyment and then giving yourself a challenge. Hold on. Where's me big man? Or just go to the back post. Martinez wins it. He should never have won that header really. I mean, that was against Boateng, but he should never have won that header.
Coming on strong, looking to play their way through now. They're really working the opposition around with this passing. They can't get near it. No, they can't. They have to do a lot of chasing. They're just
Trying to find a little bit of space. I'll do. Oh, lovely. Oh, I was just saw a volley going in. But he was obviously a little bit too high for him. That was always going to be a free kick. As soon as De Jong slid too far, he was like, I can't get up. Right, you're just going to have to fall on me. Yeah, hey up, mate. How you doing? Yeah. It's like, slide too far. Nope. Oh, okay. Alright, you're falling. Okay, that's fine. I blame the Bayern player there. He should never have fell on him. Bayern are definitely putting a bigger press on now because look at how many players they've just thrown forward, and that was a terrible little chip. Oh, Boateng's gone forward now. And the Boateng's there. Boateng scores. They've just sent the centre-back Boateng up and he's just scored. That is ridiculous. Oh, he's through the legs of the defender. You cheeky little poop. I've heard rumours that world class is not going to be the highest. No, sorry, legendary is not going to be the highest difficulty in FIFA 19 career mode. We're going to have ultimate difficulty, which means I've actually got one thing I asked for in FIFA 19. Oh, Lautaro Martinez. Yes! Lautaro Martinez with his hat trick. And the shebang as well. Oh, yes. They're just giving way too much space here. Respected him too much. I know you should have done better. Gonna say, Neuer should have done better, but Martinez with a hat-trick. And we've been on balance the entire game. I mean, that's the way to go. Win that header, please. Good header, Valman. Yep, that'll do, Neres. Just up and out. Alaba. Oh, Martinez. Lovely slide. And you know what? We didn't make two subs, so if the ball goes out, we can still what you call it? Oh no. We still waste a little bit of time. Our first game is the class. Ooh. Let's kick it out. Let go. Right, waste a little bit of time. Make the subs. We'll just waste the time. Just grind this game out. Offside, we'll do that. Okay, that'll do. And just a little dig down the line. That'll do. That'll do. That will do. That will do. A 3-2 win against Bayern. That is an awesome result. I'll have that. Martinez with the hat-trick. Definitely. I mean, the first two games of today's stream have gone a hell of a lot better than the first two games of yesterday's stream. Because yesterday's stream We lost 4-1 and 5-1 yesterday's stream. So to win 2-1, 3-2, I'll have that. I will have that all day. We dominated possession as well. Barcelona won against Napoli, so they basically closed the same gap as what they had before, pretty much. I'll have that result. Yeah, 3 points difference. Oh, we're not bottom of the top 6 now. That's awesome. We've moved up to 5th. Lofty heights. We haven't been this high for a long time. We've been 6th for so long. And we've got Napoli up next. So we've got Napoli up next. Let's just have a look at the calendar. So we've got Napoli, then Juve, and we finish up against United. That's cool. So 3-player conversations. Ziyech wants to play and Dolberg wants to play. You're going to play because we're going to be rotating the squad again. I'll put Tagliafico there. And Berger either can have a rest for Worrell. Yep, that'll do. And now we're against Napoli. Yeah, and so guys, what do you want me to do for the next? Because we're obviously going to be finishing AJAX today. AJAX is finishing today, so this will be the last episode of AJAX. What do you want to do for the next little bit? Do you want me to, for the next? Because there's going to be, I think there's going to be 4 streams. Because I think I've got two weekends. There's 3 weekends before FIFA gets released, but one of those weekends I'm at AJAX in Birmingham, so I will not be able to stream. And depending when the early access comes out, there may or may not be videos on the channel for that weekend. But if the early access isn't out for FIFA 19, then I can't do it. I won't put anything out. But what do you want to do for the next 4 games? 4 streams, sorry. Do you want just play it by ear and we'll just pick a game and we'll just stream something on the day? Do you want it to be FIFA content, or do you mind if we just, or would you prefer to just watch me just play any game? Because what we could do, because I've got some games where we could just like say, I'm just going to pluck out one game that I can see on my desk so far, because I've got Halo 5. I've never played it. I've never played Halo 5. So we could do the campaign, try and do the campaign of Halo 5 in that weekend, if you wanted. If you want to see me do something like that. We could just pick like a random game, like we could just play some Call of Duty, we could play some Battlefield. I actually can't play Battlefield because I don't have that on the Xbox. But we could do something like that. It's not. It's not. It's not, Tanya. Sorry, it's not Harry. Neres, great run. Reina just stuffs him. It's not out with the EA access yet. It's usually only out like a week before. You can't get a 10-hour trial yet, can you?
Should be confident. They've got a bit of momentum behind them. Good crowd in support as well, so they'll be on the front foot straight away, I think. Beautiful city, Naples, and the football team very much at the core of it, Napoli. Yeah, I mean you could go back to the days of... Okay,
you can see that. But yeah, what would you prefer? What would you prefer to see? Obviously, I'm working this on the premise that we won't get access to EA access before I go to Birmingham. If that changes, because we haven't even had the demo yet. The FIFA demo hasn't dropped, so that's how we know we haven't got access to EA Access, because they haven't dropped the demo yet.
He's let the ball to his mate and got it back again. Promising build-up until that challenge. It was a draw when these two teams met earlier in the season.
Bold.
So,
Bold who?
now, is there? Not an awful lot, no.
And the transfer window's shut, so I don't get how he signed. Whoever Bold is.
Nicely lined up for the set-piece specialist here with this free kick. See what he was trying to do, Alan, with that slide challenge, but it's definitely a foul.
Well, he's gone to ground, and whenever that happens, you're going to get penalised. Poor challenge.
Default. My camera settings are default. Oh, Raccas.
He had to clear it even at the expense of a corner. Gone short with the corner.
Oh, they sent two short. Ah.
AJAX. Mertens. Jose Callahan.
Yeah, so I don't know. Just let me know what your thoughts are, because if you prefer me just stick to FIFA, then just say it. I don't mind. I'm just asking your opinion. I'm just wondering if you wanted a little break from FIFA before we get the new game out. Oh, we get the goal. Usain Bolt has signed a 3-year deal for Real Madrid. No chance. No chance. I saw highlights of the friendly and what he was doing. Bolt's at least 3 or 4 months away from football shape. There's no way Real would sign him. He's never going to play for him. And what is he, mid-30s? They won't take a risk like that. What a goal! Oh my god!
Lack of concentration.
What?
Well, it is really game on in this match with this equaliser. Well, it's a goal worth replaying over and over again, isn't it?
What a flipping goal.
It is,
What a flipping goal. That, I can't take anything away from Zielinski there. What a finish. Well, watch out for him. He's got a cannon.
neatly intercepted.
Napoli won that 5th spot back.
Jose Callahan. Well, this attack has got a bit of menace to it. Well, he has cleared the danger. Interesting to see what footwear the teams are going to actually use today now that this rain is coming down. Might have to change what they originally started with.
Yeah, and I think sometimes with the lads wearing blades these days, you do see them slipping a bit more. And it might mean they have to change halfway through this match.
Dolberg's in. Oh, Raccas again. He's won everything in the middle of the box there.
Out of the danger zone. Jose Callahan. Now Dries Mertens. Now here's a chance to get at the opposition.
Dolberg. Good bit of strength. Reina does well. Reina does extreme. I wasn't expecting Reina to come out, so I just pulled to the byline to try and pull it back.
The edge.
You said Real. You said Real in the chat, BFG.
And here they are on the attack.
Fair enough. The Central Coast Mariners, yeah, I can understand him signing for them. That's fine. But it's like you in the chat you said Real Madrid. Well, you know, sorry, you said Real. You didn't say Real Madrid. You just said Real. Neres, oh, he's offside.
And it looks as though they might be in to score.
It's like 4 messages up, mate.
Excellent interception.
That I can understand because he played okay for the Mariners, and the amount of tickets that they sold for the game, it makes absolute sense for them to sign him. But even if oh, Zielinski, who is this kid? And can I just kill him now? Not kill him, but can I just sign him now for the second half? He's been unstoppable.
Superb goal here. He's come in from a long way out. That angle, it's not always easy to finish.
BFG, seriously, dude. If you look up the message above where Tanya says, where it says Tanya Moran, what is your camera settings? The message above that says BFG Podcasts, breaking news. Bold has signed for Real. I reposted it there. 9:50. 2-1 to Napoli, and Zielinski deserves the 2-1. Napoli don't.
So here we go for the second half.
Mate, if I know I can understand if you've done a mistype, but admit you've done a mistype. Don't just say no, I didn't say anything. It's there in black and white. You said it. So just admit you said it and you made a mistype. That's all you got to say. Just admit you made a mistake. That's it. That's the whole thing in life, is even if it's something as silly as that, just admit you made a mistake. Everyone, I'm not just talking at BFG, everybody. If you make a little mistake for your parents or anything like that, the best thing to do is, even if you know they're going to get a little bit mad at you, just take it. Because trust me, the little bit of mad that they are, like, straight away, is nothing. Absolutely nothing to if they find out a week later. If they find out a week later and you didn't tell them straight away, they will be so mad. And same with everything, your work, everything like that, in a relationship, everything. You're better off just taking a little bit of heat at the start of it and just saying, look, I made a mistake, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to lose to Napoli again. But I don't think we've beaten Napoli in this career mode. But you're better off just admitting a little bit of a mistake, because it's, especially if someone can prove it, because you'll just lose so much respect from people if you don't admit it.
Promising build-up until that challenge. Break quickly when they get possession. Callahan. Good defending.
Oh, come on, that was a shoulder to shoulder.
Referee says free kick.
Zielinski's gone off and might stand a chance.
Packed game with a couple of goals to his name and other very good moments as well.
Yeah, appreciated by this football club and by these fans.
No, we're not with that pass from Shona.
Really. The shot's on. Goalkeeper hangs on. Dangerous feel to this attack. It's looking good from their point.
Well done, Tagliafico.
A timely challenge.
Lovely ball down the line. Bolo takes it in his stride, striding forward, trying to release Neres. Oh, can't get it past Maggio.
Saw where the pass was going. Read it.
Well done, Shona. Oh, Duara.
It goes out wide again. Just the same. Hamshick. On to Merchants. Oh, the attacker's done well, beaten his man. Stopped emphatically.
What on earth was that kind of cross-come clearance, delete?
I think the cross is on.
Keepers, can't, thanks. Let me out, ball's down here. Dolberg takes it on. Oh my, what a flipping tackle. Schoen has picked up a knock.
Here's Mertens. Jose Callahan got the ball and they're going at the opposition with speed. Now, can he take them on? Mertens. Hamshik. Goal!
I think Napoli were one of the teams that destroyed us yesterday 4-1 or 5-1. I think. It's just Napoli just seem to be my bogey team. I can't do anything against them.
I have to say it's so one-sided today, but all credit to the team that are racking up the goals.
And Raccas goes through the back of Martinez and we get nothing. I don't understand that message, BFG. Was he City? No, we lost 4-1 and then 5-1. So we lost the first two games, and I can't remember. I think one of them might have been against Napoli. I know City was the other team. Oh, what a save by Reina. I've just got a feeling that Reina made some mad saves. Oh, Worrell. Given the opportunity and you go and freaking waste it. And he just waited for the ball. Good head.
Headed pass then, and a shrewd one. It's with De Jong. Martinez.
Of course, I do one move and then there's always another defender there.
Break quickly when they get possession. It has been a case of the die being cast pretty early in this football match, and we've known
I went for the wild slide.
Very one-sided.
And again. Offside! Offside!
Very nearly a goal. It's hit the bar and it's back in play. It's with De Jong. They spread it out wide here. Chance to get some width into this attack.
Napoli just seems to be a team I can't beat.
Well played the referee. He's gone back to
I can't. Was he Napoli? I think it might have been Schalke, you know. No, I beat Schalke. Because I went out to say that we needed 0-0 against Schalke and we beat them 2 or 3-0.
That's a great interception. The attack now. He might be through.
Hey, we got another one. At least we got a second. We got a second. That's better than the 2 games we did yesterday. So the deficit is only 2 goals. Phew. I'll have to go back and have a look. And how did that just phase through Martinez then? Or Martinez. Ah, that was a bad ball. And that's game over. And Napoli have took back over 5th spot, sorry. We've slipped back down to 6th. Ah well. Let me just have a quick look on my video manager, see if I can find it from yesterday. And see who it was while this game's loading. Because that's just annoying. Bayern lost to Man United and Barcelona might win the title, you know. Bayern have lost 2 games in a row and it's level pegging. 2 games to go, level pegging between Bayern and Barca. Alright, so City was the first game. That was 5-1. Yeah, it was. It was Napoli. Yeah. Yeah, Napoli was the second game in the Scottish Cup in the quarter-final. We lost to City 5-1, and then we lost to Napoli 4-1. So we got one goal a little bit better. We got one goal better. So yeah, Napoli have now beat us 4-1 and 4-2 in the last 2 times we've played them. Final 2 games with Ajax coming up. Oh, okay. Yeah, but we'll see. But unfortunately, they're coming to you at the wrong time of their. I mean, fair enough. That young kid O'Neill, fair enough. He's coming because he's a young kid. But there's a lot of them that are coming at the wrong time of their careers, and they're coming to finish the career rather than coming in their prime when they can really make an impact. They're coming to boost the audience and boost the attention of the A-League. Is he still called the A-League? When I knew it was called the Hyundai A-League. Or the Hyundai, depending on where you are in the world. I call it the Hyundai. Oh, it's a good job. It's a good job I'm not. It's a good job that I'm not. What do you call it? Very popular, because I've just had my phone on loudspeaker for the on loud for the entire morning, and no one's texted me anything. So good. Right, this could be the last home game, so we're going to be saying goodbye to the Ajax Arena. It's not been a fortress that we would have liked to have been made, but it's been good for us. We've enjoyed our time here in Ajax.
It certainly is. The academy is a fabled one, and I think many people have copied their methods.
Not a clue. Not a clue. No, again, I struggle to tell you if the Burnley first team are any good, let alone their youth players.
We've got it down as a 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's a system that the Netherlands used to use.
Oh, shown it. Oh, just got underneath it.
Invented it, and plenty of countries have adopted it since. If it works, it's really tough to handle.
Wholesale changes for Juventus. Gigi Buffon plays in goal. Giorgio Chiellini starts with Andrea Barzagli in central defence. Sami Khedira plays with Blaise Matuidi in the centre of the park. Gonzalo Higuain is the sole striker today. Dybala. Now here's a chance to get at the opposition.
Well done, Worrell.
Timely challenge.
I've still got Worrell in. Oh, come on, Mbola. Big touch. Stop it dead. Get back inside. Have a good go. Good save, Buffon. Van der Beek! We get the goal! Buffon, with his old hips, he couldn't quite get up quick enough, and Van der Beek sneaks in. Good run from Mbolos to start off with, though. Good run from Mbola. Great save, and yeah, Van der Beek was just there. Right place, right time. 1-0. And the Amsterdam Arena is rocking. Rock'em, sock'em, robots. What a game. What a game. I'm all about rock'em, sock'em, robots, not FIFA. Keeper's ball. Well done, Singgraven. I'm going to get Neres to go round the outside, Trailer Park Girls go round the outside. And then a Bolo with a powerful header. Yeah. If he has, then he has. Not a clue, BFG. It's like with the Premier League, Burnley are not one of the big teams, so they won't have like say 100 kids in reserve in their reserve tanks like Chelsea. It's like Chelsea just seems it's like they'll all of a sudden they'll buy a player. It's like everyone will talk about a certain young player being the next blah blah blah. By blah blah blah, it just means it's like they'll pick a player that used to play for Chelsea or used to play in the Premier League. Oh, this player is going to be the next one of these. So they'll talk about him for like a couple of seasons. Oh, he's in the youth team. He's just going to get a bit of he's just going to get a bit of seasoning down there. Then he'll come up and he'll be strong. That same player 3 years later will still be in the Chelsea youth team. Then he'll get loaned out to someone and go, oh yeah, that guy was still there. And it seems to be like that in the Premier League. They'll buy quite a few young players, and they'll just sit there and they won't do anything for years. Loftus-Cheek is horrible. What's happening to Loftus-Cheek is horrible with Chelsea. They've had him for so long, and it's proven. Not only it's Crystal Palace last year, but at the World Cup, that given an opportunity, he could do good things. Not great things. So Chelsea are like, oh, you know, just a little bit more time and you never know, he might be great. It's killing his development. Absolutely killing his development. He needs game. At the age he's at now, Loftus-Cheek needs regular game time. Sending him to a Crystal Palace, a West Ham, Brighton, someone like that would be perfect for him. Absolutely perfect for his development. And you never know, it might leapfrog him on his development. But no, Chelsea want to keep hold of him and just do nothing with him. I hate Chelsea for their development. Absolutely development. No, I think the thing is, BFG, the problem you have there is distance. What a lot of Premier League teams like to do is send them within the English League, usually within the same kind of area, so that they don't get fatigued by travel and they still get used to they're still with the English culture. They're not learning a different style of play, they're still playing English football. That's the problem with sending them over to the A-League. Some clubs have different philosophies. A lot of teams want them to stay in England so they can keep a close eye on them, so they can see all the film and they can hear like stuff from around it. If they're in the country, to be able to watch them play as well, even better. It's like they could say, for instance, they could send a player from Chelsea to QPR on loan. They can easily send one of their scouts to Loftus Road every single week to watch him. They would have to spend a lot of money to send their youth scouts or send a scout over to go and live in Australia or even stay in Australia for like a couple of days, 3 or 4 days, and it's not beneficial for them money-wise and time-wise. That's why you don't see a lot of English young talent, unless they're being sold over there, going over there on loan. That Burnley one is one of the first ones I've heard. But that's why you don't see it very often. And that's why I don't think, at the minute, it's a viable option for it. But that's mine. Again, different teams have different strategies. I'm just going on a rule of thumb kind of thing. I'm going on what has happened over the years. The strategy might change for some teams. They might just think of, we're going to get new ideas in from different leagues and see how everything goes. Or it could be a case of, you know what, this guy, we can't get him a game over here, so he's going to have to go there. That might be the thing. It might be they tried to loan him out, but they had no bites. That sometimes happens as well. Dolberg off the post. And then the next thing that comes into it is wages. Oh, great play, and off the post again! That's a good first half. 3-0 up against Juve. Sometimes that happens. If they get the money issues, if they like saying English teams might want him, but it's only like say League 2, League 1, you can't afford to pay the portion of the wages that Burnley want. And again, I could be massively off the mark. I could be hugely off the mark, but again, I'm going on the little bit of knowledge that I do have and what I've heard, like stories-wise, nicely done.
Now here's a chance.
Bernadeschi against Shauna. Battling Shauna, nicely done. Oh, come on, we got... Look, ref, ball, we have it. They don't. Okay, clear, nicely done.
Well away from goal. Schöne. Chance to go at the opposition with pace. Breaking
Dolberg.
infield.
Go on, go on, Dolly. Oh, I went a bit greedy.
Corner. Find that deflection.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. To be perfectly honest, BFG, if it was a player I cared about, then I'd say yes, but I don't really care about some O'Neill from Burnley. You can just let me know how the Mariners keep doing, then that's fine. But I don't really care personally about individual players. Bolt is interesting just because it's Usain Bolt, and there is an interest factor there. Just because it's Bolt. And I was going to say, ref, how is that not a free kick to us?
There's good progress with this attack. Shots on.
His shirt pulled as well as he was striking it, Ziyech.
Probably did choose the wrong option. Should have tried to get some power behind that shot.
Test out my theory.
Reception is a poor pass. Schöne. Dolberg. Defender on his toes.
I'm going to have it... starts at 12, doesn't it? I'll have it on.
The edge.
I'll have it on, Harry.
Be a dream performance from
How much of it I'll actually watch, I don't know.
Dominating things, isn't he? He's really vocal down there, just landing the ball. His teammates.
Oh, Alexandro anticipating it. One thing I will say
catch the other team out.
is, if any of you get a shot, I mean, it's going to be on for FIFA, the next FIFA. If you want a decent fullback to probably loan, I don't think he's going to be available at the start of the season because he will currently be at Vale. Is he? But if you get a chance to get him, a young lad called Mitchell Clark. Looks like he's got decent potential to be good in the future. Oh, Dolberg, nice little move inside, and Buffon with a foot, the little foot of Buffon. I'm not going to lie to you, I want Rangers to win that game. I want Rangers to win that game. I do want Rangers to beat Celtic today. Just making my usual 3 subs. You know what? I'm actually going to bring Martinez in a deeper role. Just playing where Ziyech usually plays. Just try and get him to run at defenders. You can use his finishing as well. Oh, a good play. Ah. See, when I was little, Rangers were my second team, so I will always support Rangers over Celtic. Oh, I know you do. I know you do. I know you support the Phoenix. Because every time we go into a transfer window, you're trying to ask me to buy the entire team. Oh, and Bolo doesn't even just managed to get a toe on it, but just can't deflect the path, the direction of the ball. I wonder if that means that Bolt's going to be in FIFA 19 then, if he's officially signed. He's probably going to be a no-face. That's just thinking out loud now. So Usain Bolt is going to be in FIFA. If he's actually legitimately got a contract with the Mariners, he should be in FIFA 19 now. Or when the game releases, does he got enough time? But if he got enough time to put his face in, that's going to be interesting to find out, you know. Now, I'm just worried about whether they'll do a game face for him, like a proper face, because you'd think with someone like Usain Bolt, with being how, like, obviously, how much his merchandise and his advertising costs are, you would think that they would have to get it absolutely spot on. So they couldn't just put him as a generated face, but because it's happening so late in the game, like in the development cycle, have they got enough time to do it, and will they actually do it? Or will he be a no-face wonder to start off the season? I haven't seen it on anything I've got here. But it's like, with that kind of thing, it might not hit the English papers for another hour or two. Or it might be just a little bit lower down on where we're reading. It's probably not going to be like a main headline on our sports pages, because obviously we've got reports about Jose Mourinho and the worried about Man United game this afternoon. So, and obviously the Old Firm is starting at 12. So there are, in England, there are higher priorities than Usain Bolt. Don't get me wrong, the pull of Usain Bolt will still cause a stir, but at the minute there are other factors that are in play.
Trying to switch on the attacking power in this situation.
Oh, come on, Alfonso. Get! Oh, I thought that was in.
Defender to say well done, but I think the guy who had the chance really should have scored.
Well, he had the chance to get his shots away, even though he had to take it quickly. Should have done better.
Anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene.
That's going to be interesting. Tagliafico against Higuain. Matuidi's got up. Oh, nice clean swallow.
Read the intentions of... Now the shot! Corner kick coming up.
Okay, fair enough. So they have released the information. It's just on. I need to probably hit refresh on my window. Oof. And we've beat Juve. We've beat Juve. Let me hit refresh, see if it's done anything. No. No, BBC Sport website has not got it. No. That's strange. Fair enough. I'll check in a bit. He'll probably beat. But I'll check it in a bit just to see what happens. But the BBC Sport website isn't reporting on it yet. So, Bayern 1-1, Barcelona 1-0. Barcelona take the lead. Barcelona look like they're going to win this Super League. And we've got one game left. And before that last game, I'm just going to go with the loose. I'll be right back. Right, we're back for the last game of the AJAX career mode, where we are playing. Well, we're playing Manchester United, who are currently sitting in third place. Coffee's done, which means we are getting close to finishing the stream. That's how I gauge it. Having one of these big coffee mugs is awesome. because I can kind of gauge how far I'm through a stream by how much coffee I've drunk. So if I get to like if I get to about an hour and 20 and I'm just about finishing my coffee mug, then I know that I'm pacing myself quite well with the coffee. Right, so the last game of the career mode. It's been emotional. It's been good. It's been frustrating as hell. It really has. And we're gonna put We're gonna put Veltman back because Veltman's been one of the good players this year. Right, anyone else that we can bring on? Clivert? No. Boba's been all right, but not great. Yeah, Martinez is going to come on at some point. Got some good players. As I said, this Ajax team in itself, in 2 years' time, is going to be fine. Oh yeah, I know. There's the what you call it? BT Sport do have it. Good morning, Exchange, for the 3rd time today. Hello, thank you very much for coming during the stream. Yeah, BT do have like kind of a roundup kind of thing, but it's like it's when it's on, and if they do I don't know if they do a highlight show. I know they have live games playing, but I don't know if they have like a high-end A-League roundup or something like that. If they have a roundup for it, then I'd prefer to watch that than just sitting watching the game. You know what I need? You know what I mean? You want Watford to beat Tottenham? You want Tottenham to beat Watford today? Ah, okay. I want Cardiff to beat Arsenal. I think that would be hilarious. And we're finishing off the career mode at Old Trafford. This is a nice place to finish off. I think Tottenham will. I think if Tottenham beat Watford, it's going to be by more than a goal. Tottenham seem to score in bunch. They either don't score for a while and then, like they did at United, score 2 in 4 minutes or whatever it was. Good morning, Crazy Pizza Gaming.
Stay tuned as we bring you all the action from Old Trafford, and it's live.
Could you just imagine? I was going to say, could you just imagine today? Just before we go into it, I'm just going to have a look at the odds. That's fine. That's fine, Crazy Pizza Gaming. I'm just going to have a quick look at the odds and what the odds would be Cardiff, Burnley and Watford all winning today. Because I think that would be a very good an interesting travel. And it would be probably next Saturday, Tanya. So Cardiff, Watford, Burnley all to win. That would be, if you put £1 on. This is on William Hill, by the way. If you put £1 on, you could potentially win £137 for all those 3 to win. For Cardiff, Watford and Burnley all to win today. I'd be £137 for a £1 bet. It's not bad. You know what? It's worth 20p. I'll put a 20p bet on. It's probably not going to work. That's why I'm only putting 20p on rather than a quid. But hey, 20p still nets me a decent chunk of change from that amount of money. Come on, let's destroy United. Let's send them packing. Let's finish the season strong. Ashley Young with a header. Sanchez. He signs for Central Coast Mariners. Oh, great play. Herrera, good goal. Good play from United. Very good play from United. I should have got closer to Lukaku there, and by the time... Nothing's happened to Mourinho as far as I'm aware. If he loses today, then something should happen to him. Probably a lynching in the middle of Manchester by the fans. But... you know, nothing's happened yet.
It's on the move all the time and makes lots of these interceptions. The chase is very much on for a place in the EuroLeague next season. And for these two teams, they're very much in the hunt. Yeah, and I think
that pass should have gone straight to Dolberg's feet.
end up in Europe at the end of the campaign. There are two sizable clubs that would expect to
Oh,
achieve that.
Herrera, that was nearly a very mistake ball. That's a great ball though, that one is. Lukaku. Lukaku, can he actually... Lukaku's got one on target. Which will surprise many fans that Lukaku gets a shot on target. Oh, Neves tries to run around, trying to just get the pace up on Smalling. Well, that's out. Cheating ref at Manchester United. Of course, it's always going to be the case. Oh, come on. That is so freaking lucky. That is so lucky. So mad. This little block here, straight to Mata. No, that's false. It's false. Mourinho's still manager. Ah, too close to De Gea. Much too close. Much too close.
Stopped emphatically and just as well. The approach play looks very encouraging. AJAX carrying the ball forward. Going forward well.
Bailly with a good toe. In the header. Thank you.
Guided on by his head. And they've got the ball still. Now he's looking for support.
Dolberg. Oh! Pogba, you little troop! Oh, Tagliafico runs through Mata. No, don't go out for... You lucky... Man United is so lucky in this game. That just bounces off Ziyech and goes out. And it's out. Since when has Sanchez headed up football? After corner, or after the penalty, ref. Can I have the penalty? Can I have the... Oh, I wanted the penalty. Oh, that's a good ball. Dolby, get in! Get in! Sound effect didn't work to start off with, but we got the goal. Dolby got the back post. Who's that ahead of? Oh, he's ahead of Lukaku. He can't defend. Oh, he's ahead of Bailly, sorry, not Lukaku. Saw number 3 on his back at the last second. In the head. I'll run and Bolo, unlucky. Sanchez. Nice ball in. Oh, that was lucky. Shona can bring it. No, it will not be Arsene. it will definitely not be Arsene. As much as I don't think it should be, it's more than likely going to be Zidane if he doesn't get another job, like in like the near future. It will end up being Zidane. But I think that'll be a bad move, personally.
Read the intentions of the opposition there to make the interception. It goes in. Delivery to the far post.
Valencia wins ahead and Dolberg can't get the knockdown.
Mata. Using his physical power to protect the ball. Well, they're in a good position.
Offside. Phew. I was lucky. We escaped one there. We're 2-1. I mean, we're back in it. Well, we're back in it until Tagliafico just gives the ball to Pogba, but look, that's half time. 2-1 down. We can still get back into this. We've still got time. Barcelona versus Bayern is the last game of the season as well. That's the title decider right there. If Bayern win that game, they win the league. If it's a draw, Barcelona win the league. Oh, sorry. If it's anything other than a Bayern win, Barcelona win the league.
Manchester United moving into the attack. Now looking for Juan Mata in the middle. Ziyech.
Oh, great bit of play in Bolo. Could see back for Dolberg. Smalley with the great bit of play. Hey, with the punch shown him. No, I should never. It preloaded the shot from Dolberg's header with Shona, which was not what I wanted to happen.
Featuring here has done well. He's certainly been an influence on this first half.
Won himself a goal, but he does need a little bit of a helping hand.
Free kick. Ref, no. And Ziyech gets fouled on the edge of the box as well, and just because we're holding the ball up in the box, that's seen as advantage. That post. Why didn't the keeper go for that? That won't make any difference. It doesn't really matter. It's what? Oh, Veergiver's injured. Let's change it up now. That won't make any difference whether Wenger's the manager or not, because Zidane's French as well. So both of them have equal merits for that reason. Having the same nationality doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to enjoy each other. It's like, do you have, you know, that kind of thing? It's like, do you like all of the rest of the New Zealanders that are in there in the world? No, you won't. So just because he signs because he's French doesn't mean a thing, especially in football terms. I was trying to work it. If I was Ronaldo, then I was still going to Juve. Because if it was, you were talking about just Ronaldo as a person, he wants to prove that he's the best in three leagues. That he can be the best at no matter what team he plays at. And that's what Ronaldo's done. So he did it at United, he's done it at Real Madrid. He's going to do it in Italy. He wants to do it in Italy now. The way that Ronaldo can look at it is he's already conquered United, so he doesn't need to do that again. Oh, I wouldn't exactly say he was still very raw in Portugal, because when he come to United he was more tricks than substance, and he had to learn his way when he first come to United. And then he learnt and worked to be the best. So Sporting, he didn't really, I wouldn't exactly say he dominated Portugal. He was good in Portugal, but he was still very raw talent. Free kick. Oh, good tackle, Ziyech. I think that's where he might end his career. That's just... I'm getting destroyed.
Well, that could be the game for Manchester United. Should be the game. Well, you don't often see them let this lead slip.
No, it'll be his first proper manager job.
The attack now from AJAX. He's beaten it. Shot on! Well, they've all gone to the defender to say well done, but I think the guy who had the chance really should have scored.
Well, he had the chance to get his shot away, even though he had to take it quickly. Should have done better.
If they do win, Manchester United will have thoroughly deserved it, and they should win. Foul there by the United player.
Pity you couldn't get that under his spell a little bit more, Dilly. That would have been a great idea.
He's on the move all the time and makes lots of these interceptions.
Martinez does so well. Shown us in, good save by De Gea. Smalling gets it clear. Van de Beek loses out to Pogba. Just fucking bring him down. Great tackle, Tagliafico. Oh, we can't get it in. We just couldn't get it into Martinez's feet. Bring him down. That's it. Don't care.
Possibly looking this.
I'll take the yellow card.
It's going to be a card. It's going to be a yellow
Pogba,
card.
get off.
Well, that's the
Get
least
lost.
surprising thing I've seen out there.
Hey, I told him to get off and he got subbed. Oh, hang on. Why am I playing going missing?
Looking good this move. Great run over the goalkeeper off the touch. Lukaku won it, has to clear it. Intercepted well. Here's Matic. He's very confident.
What a tackle, Van de Beek.
Matic.
It's still not working for me though. I was going to say, Zach Durnley, is he a part of United's young team anyway, Ricky? And that brings to an end the Ajax career mode with a rather disappointing 4-1 loss.
The 4-3-3.
Yeah, it's a system that Netherlands.
United deserved it though. Can't take anything away from that. United deserved that win. And Bayern won, which means Bayern probably have won the league. Yeah, Bayern have won the league by a point from Barcelona. We will do our roundup now, where everyone is. I'm just going to do that training. I don't know why I'm doing this training, because it makes no sense now. Because it's done, the career mode's done. But yeah, force of habit. But anyway, so we're going to have a look around the leagues. Viagra is out for 3 months, but that doesn't matter because, as I said, we're over. So, well, I'm going to have a look at where we sent all of the Scottish teams now, and then we'll obviously round up where we finished. So in England, the English League is finished, and Ross County and Motherwell were the 2 teams we sent over there, and they've been relegated, and we've been relegated quite well. Motherwell got got relegated quite convincingly, along with Brighton. Chelsea won the Premier League, with Man United and Man City being absent. In France, Celtic finished a respectable 5th, and Partick Thistle finished a very distant 20th. Lyon won the league in the French league. In the German league, Dundee and Hibernian finished rock bottom, and again adrift, 9 points between Hibernian and Hamburg, with Dortmund taking home the league title. In Italy, St Johnstone and Kilmarnock, again there's a trend here. The Scottish teams are not faring very well in the bottom. Well, Claudio Ranieri, no, he won't be Manchester United manager. 11 points difference between Kilmarnock and Crotone, with Roma taking the title ahead of Lazio. In Japan, we didn't send anybody there, or here, or there. In Netherlands, Rangers were pipped by 3 points to the title by Feyenoord. So we found someone who is a little bit... We found Rangers, obviously, probably Celtic might have won that league if they'd have gone there. In Portugal, we sent 1 team there, didn't we? Aberdeen. Respectable 9th. Right in the middle of the pack, so they did okay. And the next on in Scotland, this is where the final league positions for the International Super League. Bayern Munich finishing top with 63 points and 18 wins. Barcelona finishing behind them. Hang on, I thought that they were closer than that, personally. I thought they were closer than that, if I'm being honest with you. That looks like that hasn't been updated. We'll go back to that in a bit. In Spain, we sent Hearts and Hamilton Academical. Dave, again, 14 points the difference between Hearts and Girona. And Atletico Madrid, surprise, surprise, taking home the title. And that is all where we sent everybody. That was, yeah. That is where we sent everybody. Yeah, we've played 38 games. So here's the final league table. Don't know what that other one was. Yeah, first. Oh, it's because it's showing the first stage. Okay, so finishing absolute rock bottom of the league were AS Monaco. They were 28 points, 6 wins from 38 games. Then there was Porto and Schalke, with Paris, Real Madrid and then Man City finishing effectively 7th. And then in the Championship group, we finished 6th, with Juve just above us and Napoli. Nice that we finished in and around, like we finished 3 points behind Napoli. I'll rephrase that. We finished 3 points behind 4th place. So I'm happy with that. The fact that we were in the top 6 is brilliant. Then Man U, Barcelona and Bayern Munich were the top, with Bayern Munich right at the top spot. So that is how it all went. So we did well. I thought it was a very good idea for a career mode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was difficult. In the Scottish Cup, Man City are against Barcelona. In the Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain are going to be going up against Tottenham. And in the Euro League, it's going to be AC Milan versus Galatasaray. Ross County managed to get through to the round of 16, I've just seen. Anyone else get through? Yeah, Ross County managed to get... That's brilliant for Ross County. Well done. Shout out to you. You did crap in the league, but shout out to you, Ross County. So yeah, that's it for Ajax. So we've done Ajax now. We can tick that off the list. So for next stream, we will think about what we need to do. But if you guys want to... Alright, let's have a look. See who top goal scorer. Top goal scorer Dolberg with 21 goals. That's an achievement in itself. With Lautaro Martinez finishing 5th with 11. I'll have that. I will have that. So, while that's done, I'm going to save it now. I'm feeling a bit all over the place. We've got 3, maybe 4 streams left before we get into FIFA 19. But do you think... What do you guys want me to do next? Do you want me to do another career mode, a short career mode? It's only going to be for 4 episodes, so it's going to have to be in a short league and we're going to have to sim a lot. Or do you want me to just basically just play random games for the next 4 weeks? Start off with something next Saturday where I'll just stick on a game. We'll play that for a couple of hours. Probably if we do a campaign of some sort in a game, would you guys like to see that, or do you want me to stick to a career mode with FIFA, or do you want me to take a break from FIFA? Completely up to you. I'm happy with doing another career mode. I'm also happy to just go and play some random stuff for 4 streams. Just have a chill. Or I could just not play, and I could just take the next couple of weeks off and just refine stuff for FIFA 19. But it's what I do. Because obviously we can't just play games. I know what we'll do. So let me just back out of FIFA. Right. So this is my games that I've got installed at the minute. Obviously Black Ops 4 is in there. So these are the games that I have got installed in the minute. FIFA 19 is on pre-order. If there's anything on here that you would like to see, leave it in the comments down below. I can get rid of that now because I'm fed up of it. If there is anything on here that you would like to see, then let me know. I also have a lot to install. So just have a quick look here, see if there's any games that you would like to see. Other than this game, I am not playing Fortnite at all. At all. I'm just telling you that now. So just let me know, and we can play some random games for the next 4 days, the next 4 streams, and we can just chill and have a laugh and do some stuff like that for the next 4 streams. Unless you do want me to do another career mode. You know, that's the other thing. If you would like me to do another career mode, then we'll do that. But you've got to let me know which before next week. Tanya's already put Barca or Man United. I think that would be kind of easy to do and just beat teams and see what we can do and get big players in. But I think for a short career mode, they might be alright to do. What do you guys think? I'm completely in your hands here. I'm leaving this completely open for you at the minute. So if you've seen anything you like, then let me know. What, without Ronaldo? Or would you want me to transfer Ronaldo over? Ipswich would be a no, Tanya, because we haven't got time for that. It's gonna have to be a quick, one season. And that's the other thing is, it's like doing the road to the treble relies on a lot of luck, Ricky. If we're just going to win the league, then maybe we could do it. But if it's road to the treble, we'd have to play a lot of cup games and EuroLeague games. And bearing in mind that we only have 4 streams, this AJAX one took 6 to complete. Yeah. Yeah, this thingy took 6 career modes to do. No, so you'd have to rely on a lot of luck going through the sims. That's all I'm saying. It's like we'd have to be playing and simming 2 games, playing and simming 2 games. That's what we'd have to do. So we would have to rely on the sims being nice for us. Yeah, but yeah, Ricky, I can understand doing 3 months of stream, but that would be it. We would have to wait. We'd have to rely on the luck of the sims because I can't. As I said, my timing doesn't change much. It's like I can't do really long streams. Because if it was a case of just doing a season and I could stream for 6 hours on a Saturday morning, 6 hours on a Saturday, 6 hours on a Sunday, then it'd be no trouble doing that. But I can't do that. No, but the thing is, if you want me to win the treble, then I have to win most of the time, because we're doing one season. We get one shot at it. So we lose our cup game, we lose 2 Champions League games, we're out. And they would have to be simmed. And then it's relying on the AI to give us a decent run at, what do you call it, at in the league. You would have to, if you're doing a road to the treble and wanting to win the treble, then you'd have to win 70% of your games. And what I found with the sim is it doesn't like you doing that. That's the thing. It's like, otherwise we might as well just say we'll just sim the entire career mode and just see where we finish. You know, it's like that's what we'd have to do. Is we'd have to just play one game every 3. See where we finish and say, if we do it, we do it. But if you want me to win the treble and actively go and try and do it, then we'd need to win 70% of the games, which would rely on me having to play more games. Even though, as it's just been proven, I can't always win all the time, but you'd still, even if I lose those. But that's it. I mean, again, it's what we'd have to do. Something with you, I don't. But yeah, it's completely up to you guys. But that's all I'm saying is, if you wanted me to do something as specifically as try and do the treble, doing it in 4 episodes, doing it in 4 streams might be a little bit tight. If we would just wanted to say do a season, then I'll be done. Then we can do that. But do you guys 100% want to see a new career mode, or do you want to see something different? That's what I want to know. That's the main thing. And I've just realised I'm showing the home screen when I should be doing facecam. Because that's the main thing about this, is because we can do another career mode and we can do a season. We can do a season and that'll be it. And not necessarily guaranteed to win anything, like what we've just done with AJAX. Or we could just play, or we could just do random stuff. I mean, there's some games there that I haven't even shown you. I mean, I do have. It's still in the box. I mean, look, it's still sealed. Halo 5. I still have Halo 5 sealed. Because I haven't played it yet. I'm still trying to get through my backlog. So, yeah. But, yeah, let me know. So, at the minute, it's still up in the air. What we're going to do for next week. I mean, Tanya says career mode. Ricky's obviously done Juve. BFG wants me to possibly do either WWE, NBA or the UFC for next week. So we've got 3 different, we've got 2 to 1 kind of opinions at the minute. I'm honestly, guys, I'm leaning towards possibly only doing Ash stream Ash stream next weekend. So we'll see, but we'll see what happens when we get close to it. And yeah, but leave me your feedback on Twitter, Instagram, or wherever for what you want me to do, and we'll see what we can do from there. So thank you very much, everybody who has been part of the streams, part of AJAX, and helping me create it. It's been brilliant. I've had a lot of fun with it. It's been frustrating as hell in the fact of this. It just seems like the more if you give yourself a handicap with playing against a team like AJAX, you've got to be absolutely perfect, which is good. It's good. You can get absolutely steamrolled, and we've proved we got absolutely steamrolled on different occasions, on more than one occasions rather than just once in the league. So that's a very nice nice feeling to have, that FIFA can absolutely screw you over in more ways than just the referee. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm looking forward to the next challenge. Really looking forward to FIFA 19, to what we're going to be doing with the career mode going forward from that. Really looking forward to that, with you guys being part of the board and leaving and doing that kind of thing. That's going to be interesting, and see how cruel you guys want to be to me. But anyway, I'm going to leave it for there. No score predictions today, Harry, because there's only 4 games of importance, and I can't be bothered with it. We'll do it more on a Saturday when there's more games to pick from, because the games today pretty much should all be slam dunks, apart from the Old Firm. The Old Firm is probably the only one that's going to be up in the air. But once again, thank you very much for everybody for supporting the stream. If you have enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. You'll get notified every single time my video goes live. And if you want to carry on the conversation, follow me on Twitter or Instagram. It's at Raccas Gaming. Basically exactly the same all the way across social platforms. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next weekend. Ta-ra.